as we come through this little hallway, guys. Sorry about that one. On your right over there, you're all going to see the bandit display case in a moment here. Back in the 1800s, some old bandits, they robbed a nearby train, and then they hid out in this cave from the police for a couple of days, leaving these cool artifacts for us to check out. So let's do that. Got all the essentials in there, as you can see. Yeah, my favorite thing in this display case would have to be the coat right there because of those gnarly leftover pit stains on it. Check them out, pretty significant damage. Also, that brand of coffee you guys are seeing in there, still sold in stores today. I just think that's kind of cool. Our Bubbles coffee. Cool beans. Literally.
Okay.
Totally did not mean to do that. No. All right, going to hold up here a moment. And then up here on the left over here, you guys, you're going to see the Frank display case as well. And this one just shows some of the tools that he used on his tours down here. Like there's a candle, a rope. If anybody's hungry, there's some lead-lined corned beef down here for you. Super yummy. We also have Frank's hat in here, which is what he used as a flashlight. Back in the day when flashlights were still a bit too fancy, they would put this specific type of hat on their heads called a carbide lantern. It's basically like strapping a blowtorch to your forehead, though. Yeah, I actually heard that if you were to bang your head hard enough on a rock with that thing on, it was known to blow up. So, yeah, kind of crazy. Create a mind-blowing experience. Okay. On the left over here, you guys are going to see the CCC display case as well. Shows some of the tools that they use to build all these walkways and stairs that we're walking on. Like there's a pickaxe, a shovel, a wheelbarrow in there. Generally not too interesting, but worth a look as you pass by for sure. Alrighty. A little side note for you guys. These three little holes in the wall right here, they kind of resemble a coati's face. It's those alcoholic raccoon badger looking things I told you about earlier. Kind of what their face looks like. Two little eyes in the nose right there. Coati or fawn? Also, just FYI, you guys, up here on the left, we do have the bottomless pit again. Same exact one. Did you guys notice we went into a little loop back there? Amazing. I actually did not notice that until my 5th time doing the review. Anyway. You guys could hang out at the top of these stairs for a few moments. So guys, just got to make sure everybody is still with us. Really can't afford to lose any more people down here. Sorry, just thinking out loud. My very last person in the back over there. Sir, what's going to be your name? Steve. Steve, amazing. We are coming up to what's called the domino staircase right now. So, Steve, you actually have a pretty important responsibility coming up. Because if you were to fall down while we're all going down the staircase, yeah, we're all coming down with you like dominoes. So at the bottom, we're all going to give you a good round of applause if we survive, all right?
I'll wait for Steve.
Incredible. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. He seems like a trustworthy guy. No pressure, Steve.
Anybody want to wait for Steve? Takes us all out, too.
True. Yeah, like dominoes. A little domino effect right there. Did you guys happen to get cave insurance before you came in here today? Just that way if the cave were to collapse, we'd all be fully covered, right? Right. Yeah, sorry guys. A bit of a dad joke connoisseur, so not the end of them. Area is kind of interesting. We call it the riverbed because there was a river flowing through here millions of years ago. You can see the floor over there has a bunch of little ripples in it, just like water does. Water creates that pattern over a rock when it flows over it for thousands of years. Yeah, it's called flowstone. collective group and I like you guys so much, right up there for all of you is going to be a little cave heart, if you can make that out. Yep, check it out. Nobody's ever seen that before, just you guys. Cave heart right up there for all of you. I know, right? Alrighty, if you guys could all stay up here for me. I'm just going to step right down here while I talk to you all. Let's get Steve in here so we can celebrate him. I'll just pick it up. He just entered the room, guys. Can we all give him a quick round of applause for giving us MVP of the tour right here. Also, guys, we just passed this little patch of rocks right here to get into this room. Does not look like anything right now, but I do want you guys to kind of keep it in the back of your minds, because at the end of the tour, I'm going to give you guys a whole other angle of that area over there. It's called Frank's Shortcut, by the way. Also, you guys did all go into the gift shop before you came in here, right? Amazing. That was Frank's house back in the day, actually. Pretty cool. And during those Arizona summers, when it would get over 100 degrees outside with no AC available, why not use that 71-degree year-round cave in your front yard, right? It's exactly what Frank would have done. He'd come down through his shortcut over there, bring down a bunch of board games, furniture, and his family, and they would all make a nice little living room set up in this little area I'm standing in, which is what this room is called, Frank's living room, kind of like the first ever man cave, if you think about it. Sorry, 5-minute break from the dad jokes, guys. But also, from right there where you guys are standing, to right over here where you're standing, man, this right here is going to be the only natural part of the cave that you're all going to walk on today. Yeah, this is all called cave ice. And it's pretty interesting the way it forms. It's kind of similar to a frozen lake. But millions of years ago, all of this area we're all standing in was a shallow pool of water. And all the dust from the calcite crystal up here, that would all fall onto the surface layer of that water. And over hundreds or even thousands of years, it would crystallize on top of it, which is why it kind of looks like water frozen in time almost. And over a longer period of time, all the water that was beneath the cave ice, it would evaporate, making the cave ice hollow. So just like a frozen lake, depending on how thick that ice is, it could or it could not sustain your body weight. And depending on where you are in the cave, if you were to fall through a section of cave ice, you could fall 1 foot or you could fall like 40 feet. It was pretty much dependent on however deep the initial pool of water was. But my favorite thing about the cave ice is that under a UV light, you're all going to see that the cave ice can actually hold the glow from the light for a few seconds. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, kind of cool to look at. This is called phosphorescence. Not sure about the exact science details behind it, but I know when you shine a UV light into calcite crystal, you're exciting some protons for a couple of seconds, which is what you're seeing with the phosphorescence. Does anybody want me to write their initials into the cave ice? It's like the only time I can draw in the cave without getting fired. Anybody at all? How about a big S for Steven, the MVP of the tour back there? Because why not? Big S for Steven. Amazing. Anybody else? Do this all day, no? All right. So guys, when we get to the bottom of this little staircase right over here, we're all about to be at the lowest point in the tour today, about 7 stories down from where we started, or 70 feet down. So do a little happy dance when you guys get down there. It's required. That's all I got. As you guys come up the staircase, make sure to watch out for this guy right here. Tends to get a lot of people coming up that staircase. You can see everybody's forehead oil on it. Hold up here a moment. Perfect. All right, you guys. So reason we're stopping here is just because I wanted to make you all aware of this formation that's right in our path. We named him Bone Crusher. He got that name because he broke the noses of 3 different tour guides in the past. Yeah, they're talking to you just like how I'm talking to you, probably standing somewhere right in front of them. Then they turn around, forgetting he's behind them, and they run right into him. If you look closely on the rock, you can actually see some nose residue. No, I'm just kidding, but it does glow in the dark in a pretty cool way. If I shine my UV light up there, it's kind of cool looking. Kind of looks like a booger, but just like that cave ice, this is all made out of calcite crystal, which means it can emit that cool phosphorescence as well. Pretty mesmerizing stuff, does not get old in my opinion. But yeah, guys, watch your noses as you pass by. See more of that cave popcorn right up there. It looks definitely more like popcorn than the stuff in the movies and popcorn room. Watch out for this guy as well. He's been known to trip people.
I'm asleep.
Alrighty, my friends, so we're about to go up another staircase right now. Make sure to watch your head on the right side of it as we go up. There's some more low-hanging formations that may possibly rock your noggin. Alright, you guys, as you come up this staircase at the top, make sure to check out that cool wooden structure you're all going to see right there. I'll tell you more about that once everybody lays eyes on it, but check it out, you guys.
That's the parking lot. I see that thing on the parking lot.
Exactly. Spoiler alert. I'm glad you remembered. Did you get some good footage last time you were here? Or was
It wasn't pretty good, yeah.
You
It's just-
got the night vision this time, though.
Yeah.
Super amazing.
Well, you know, believe it or not, I mean, even with the lights,
Yeah.
it's not enough for the phone.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Definitely. Especially for Android phones.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, make sure to watch out for Hairline Destroyer as you come up this staircase. Named that one myself. Alright, let me see. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, guys, that cool structure I just pointed out to you back there, it's called the CCC construction shaft. It's what they use to bring down a bunch of tools and materials to build these walkways and stairs, of course. Can't use it anymore, unfortunately. It's been infested with termites. But as you all leave today, I do want you to look out for this shed-like structure popping out of the ground in the parking lot. Kind of looks like a doghouse almost. That's going to be the top of that construction shaft, so technically we are right underneath the parking lot right now. Kind of cool. And then further up here on the right, you guys, you're also going to see arguably one of the most beautiful formations in our whole cave. This one's called the Silent Waterfall. It's a great example of flowstone and dripstone. You can see flowstone right there. As water flows over a rock for hundreds or thousands of years, it will crystallize just like that. And as that same water drips down for the same amount of time, it'll crystallize like that as well, creating flowstone and dripstone. This is all probably what your shower would look like if you left it on for thousands of years. So follow me up here, guys. Sort of an adorable cave bowling alley on the left right here. You can see a little bowling pin, bowling ball right below it. Little cave bowling alley we got going on. Best part of the tour right there, you guys. So right now, my friends, we are coming up to a pretty sketchy staircase. It's called the El Diablo staircase. Got that name because this is where most of our slips and falls have happened on this tour. So the best way to go down the staircase is to sidestep down it like a penguin almost. Sidestep down the staircase like a penguin, my friends, just like this. Yeah, they're just super narrow stairs because the CCC guys that built them, they had much smaller feet back in the 30s. It's actually true.
Is it?
Oh yeah, make sure to watch your head at the bottom for the taller folks especially. All right, once you guys get down that staircase, on your left there's a bit of a giant hole in the ground. It's called Sinkhole Junior. It is not an actual sinkhole. We just think it kind of looks like one, so we gave it that cool name. Also, do make note of that little hole in the ground right there as you pass by it. There's a little story that goes along with that. I just want you to know it's there before you pass by it. Precisely. That's the moral of the story right there. On the left down here, guys, you're going to see Sinkhole Senior. Yeah, for those of you up there, make note of that little hole in the ground before you pass by it. Just know it's there. A little story goes along with it. Amazing. All right, perfect. I see Steven. So yeah, that little hole in the ground over there, that's where an old CCC worker fell through some cave ice, actually. He was carving his initials in that wall when it happened. I don't know if you guys can see that little H in the wall he was drawing. Well, he was actually more so burning that into the wall with one of those carbide lanterns I was talking to you about earlier, but he fell right through more of that cave karma I was talking about. Lucky for him, he did only fall about 1 foot, so it could have been a lot worse. I'm sure it just woke him up a bit, but also, if anybody wants, you can totally hang out at this handrail right here if you're comfortable. You can get a cool view from there. But also, can anybody guess what's at the bottom of Sinkhole Senior right here?
Bunch of living room.
Yep, exactly. The Frank's living room right down there. And that patch of rocks I was talking to you about in the living room, that's those rocks right there. So that does make this Frank's shortcut. This is how Frank would get into his living room. I'm so glad you remember that. But yeah, it's kind of crazy what he would do. Frank would actually, he would actually tie a rope around this stalagmite right here that kind of looks like a cinnamon roll, and then he would set a burning candle right next to it, which is probably not the smartest thing to do, and then he would rappel down that 30-foot drop. Frank's family, his kids, were going down the same exact way. So father of the year, right? Frank was kind of a crazy guy, but pretty cool at the same time. You can actually see some candle wax residue left all around this rock that Frank left behind, which I think is kind of cool to see. Some of it is that human dust I showed you earlier, but that smeared on stuff that you're seeing, that's all candle wax residue left behind by Frank. Kind of cool. But also, do you guys remember when I rung Fang and he made that cool noise? Amazing. That's called a cave bell. There is a few more of those in this room I'd like to show you, and then we're going to start to head out of here. But check this guy out right here. I call this rock music. This one's a bit deeper, like a bass almost. One of my favorites is right up here. Check this one out. I call it the dinner chime. Pretty good one right there, right? They sound kind of hollow, don't they? Yeah, they're actually solid all the way through, though. Have you guys ever seen those videos of those crystal bowls that you rub a spoon around, makes that cool noise? Same exact thing going on here. The calcite crystal that it's made out of, it gives it that ability to reverberate sound in such a cool way. So I'm just sending a bunch of vibrations through the crystal. Comes out as that nice frequency. As we head out of here, you're all going to get a chance to hit a cave bell, but this is actually the last stop on our tour today, guys. Thanks so much for coming out, laughing at some of my bad jokes. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the tour and you want to help us out, a good way to do that is to leave us a Google review. You can say Emilio has nice, long, luscious locks or something like that. I like reviews that all say that same exact thing. It really confuses my boss, and I think it's hilarious. But if you really, really enjoyed the tour, we also accept tips. But if you did not enjoy the tour, like, at all, my name is going to be Eric, actually.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody have any questions before we start to head out of here? All good to go? Perfect. I'm going to hang out up top for a few minutes if anybody wants to chat about anything or if any questions pop up. But if you guys are ready, we can start to head out. Thanks so much, guys. You were a great tour to end the day for me. I appreciate you being so receptive. All right, guys, follow me right up here. Oh, yeah, if you guys wanted to grab a picture down there, go for it. Absolutely. We'll take our time going up.
You want to go down?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Sorry, I didn't see you.
We'll just hang out here a moment. See how many people want to grab a short see down there.
There you go.
Good to go?
Yeah, I'm going to start walking. I don't want my body to die before I finish.
Oh, yeah, right?
I got another one, but I don't want to stop the video.
Nice.
Thank you, Emilio. I'll see you on the outside, okay?
Okay. Hold up here a moment. You know where you're going,
No,
don't
this
you?
is the way out, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's only one way out.
There we go.
Ok, gentes, bueno, estas fueron aventuras de Chilo. Estamos aquí en las cavernas colossal otra vez. La otra vez vine con el teléfono, pero no se grabó o no me gustó cómo quedó por lo oscuro. Regresamos con la cámara de visión nocturna para grabar un poco mejor. Lo que pasa es que la cámara de visión nocturna está muy acercada. No da lo que no alcanzo a ver, está muy cerca, mejor dicho. Pero como quiera, espero que les guste. Si les gusta, pues denle me gusta por ahí al videíto. Aventuras de Chilo, compartan, denle me gusta. Y bueno, a ver si se ve mejor este video. Es que ya vamos a salir aquí. Voy para afuera que me huela la peluca, se me está muriendo la batería de la cámara. Traigo una extra, pero